Research shows that by this point, you've probably already quit on the mission that you had for 2022 to take back control of your finances and actually hit your financial goals for once. And hey, I'm not judging. My husband and I quit a few times on our debt-free journey, so your girl gets it. Now, your plan may have been brilliant. Your spirit may have been all in, and even your family members might have actually been on board this time. But as you started trying to work this thing out, something just didn't seem to be clicking, something just didn't seem to be working well. Well, you know what? Have you ever considered trying a budget planner? Now, yes, I know that I am a huge fan of using apps on your phone to make it really easy to track your budget and things like that. However, I do have to admit, I am the type of person who really likes and enjoys notebooks and planners and journals and things like that. And you know what? It's very possible that you are the same way. So if you're the type of person who really likes to write things down, it's very possible that a budget planner could be a breakthrough tool in how you manage your finances. Well, today I'm going to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to unbox a brand new budget planner that I bought from Cleverfox. So stay tuned as we check out what's inside to see if this budget planner, and I do mean the literal budget planner that I'm going to have in my hand, could become the financial tool that you need to revolutionize how you manage your money. Hey dreamers, and welcome back to my channel where we break down all things money so it can stop being an obstacle and start being what it was designed to be. A tool to help you create the life that God has designed just for you. As always, before we get started, I want to take a moment to introduce myself to anyone who's new in town. I'm Tiana Clewis, an executive pastor, author, speaker, money coach, and a bunch of other things, like so many of us, who has made it her mission to help Christian women trapped in the 9-to-5 corporate life bust through the financial barriers that have her saying not yet to what it is God's calling them to do. Whether it's a nonprofit you want to build, a business you want to start, or really just stepping into the ministry, I know what it's like when you look at your financial situation and it just doesn't seem possible. Well, let's make that not the case, because at the end of the day, what God has called you to do is what you need to be doing. So let's help you get there. If that sounds like something you need in your life, let me know by liking this video and following my channel by clicking the big red button below. Don't forget to hit the bell so that you're notified every time I drop brand new money tips and biblical strategies designed to help you transform money from your biggest stumbling block into your greatest ally. Now, before I open up this cute little box that the budget planner came in, I want to encourage you to stay to the end of the video when I'll tell you how this can become yours. Like literally, I am going to give you an opportunity to have this thing in my hand right here on your doorstep for you to personally use to revolutionize your financial situation. Assuming you like it, of course. So stay tuned all the way until the end, because that's where the instructions are going to be, not in the description, but at the end of the video. So as I mentioned before, I got this planner from Cleverfox, which is a company that specializes in creating planners of all types. According to their website, their mission is to eradicate procrastination and self-doubt from the planet one planner at a time. I saw planners and notebooks for some of everything, including standard calendar planners, food journals, fitness journals, medical planners, and even password books. Now, come in for a moment, because I gotta talk to you about this side note. As someone who runs a cybersecurity company with her husband, I'm going to encourage you not to get the password books. Sorry, Cleverfox, I just have to say it, okay? Because that makes it really easy for people to get their hands on your stuff. Those books are easy to lose. If your house ever gets robbed, you have it in your purse and your purse gets stolen, your car gets stolen, you accidentally just drop the book somewhere, you have the book at your desk at your office and someone flips through it because they're nosy and can't mind their business. It's way too easy for your passwords in your password notebook to end up in the hands of an unscrupulous individual. So okay, you might want to pass on that one. That being said, when you pop over to the everything budget section of their website, you'll see that they have a few options. Now, I decided to grab the bill organizer version because as I read through the features on the different options, this one seemed to be the most comprehensive. Personally, I like to get as close as I possibly can to having one tool that gives me absolutely everything, instead of me having to go and buy a bunch of parts and pieces to put them together, or you get one thing and then you have to get a bunch of add-ons to make it work. I like to go for something that's comprehensive, and the bill organizer seemed like the best bet for me. Now, the bill organizer version comes in a variety of colors and 2 sizes. I'm extra, so I got the large, which is 8 by 9.5 inches. But if you want something a little smaller that could fit in a decent sized purse, they do have the medium version, which is 5.1 by 8.2 inches. From the looks of it, having the smaller version is only going to limit just how much space you have to store bills, but it seems like all of the same features and abilities are still there, so I'm not really concerned about the size difference. Now, I ordered the planner from Amazon actually a couple of months ago when I was originally planning on doing this video, and I ended up paying $37.88 with tax. So no, this is not a sponsored video. I also have Amazon Prime, so I did not pay any shipping cost. But based on the first impressions that I got from the website, I think it may actually be worth it. So yeah, that means it's time to open it up and see if that's actually the case. All right, so now that I have managed to reorganize my entire desk to make this happen, because my giant laptop takes up way too much room, let's dive into unboxing this Clever Fox budget planner and bill organizer. So as you can see, here's the box it comes in. I think it's really cute, but that's not what I care about the most. So let's get this out the way. All right. So the first thing that we see here is a Clever Fox budget planner and bill organizer quick start guide. So hopefully I can get these angles right, but basically it's a nice little guide, it seems. Okay, so it's got number 1, your financial goals. Number 2, your strategy and tactics. Let's open it up. Number 3, your monthly budget. Number 4, savings and debt trackers. 5, regular bill tracker and summary of the year. And what's on the back? Ooh, holiday budget, nice. And 7, pockets for receipts and bills. And so it also says that each month has 1 pocket. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm already liking this simply because I appreciate anything that quickly tells you how to use it. And that's because I know that not all people will sit here like me and just obsessively read all of the instructions. Now, for the big kahuna. Okay, now hold on. Before we dive into this part, because we've actually got the planner, I do want to show you guys what else is in here. I see, okay, there's a warranty card. This is cool. Warranty card. No hassle refund, 60-day money back guarantee. That's dope. I actually bought this more than 60 days ago, so it doesn't qualify for me, but this is still dope. Also, for all of my planner people who love stickers, we got stickers, baby. Lots and lots of stickers. Let's see, there's mindset stickers. Love that. Budget blown, stayed on budget. That's cute. I'm liking this. These stickers are really cool. Like, yay, this is awesome. So yeah, check it out. Okay. All right. Let's go to the main part. All right, the actual budget planner itself. Let's get it out of this wrapping. And we're gonna slide this little sleeve off. Maybe, possibly. Okay, I'm just gonna tear it. All right, so we are on the first page, and of course, okay, this is awesome. If you found this, please be kind to return it. Name, number, email, even social media. And like, you can put a reward in here. Like, I will give you, I don't know, $50. I will give you, I don't know, if you're running a Tumblr business, I will give you a free customized Tumblr. I think that's adorable. All right, so let's get started. This is really cool. So financial goals, like they showed before. Okay, mind map. This is really cool. And I'm seeing what they're doing here. Okay, so I don't know if you've noticed, but like a lot of planners that you go into, the first few pages are just instructions. And so what it seems that they did is they put all of the instructions here on the quick start guide so that no space is wasted inside of the actual planner with a ton of instructions. So that's really cool. Now, theoretically, if you wanted to keep the quick start guide, you could just pop it into one of the folders. Like, I don't know, maybe you pop it into the first month's folder, right? Boom, there you go. You can keep it there if you want to. Otherwise, you can toss it aside and, ignore it. Anywho, let's go back to the beginning because I think this is really cool. Boo, boo, boo. All right, so mind map. I like the mind map because it's for my creative people. So like me, I am not necessarily a creative. I'm super logical. And so I struggle with mind maps sometimes, but mind maps can be used in a variety of ways. So it can be used in words, it can be used with pictures, you can use doodles. And so you can mind map however you mind map on here. It looks like it's got a bunch of dots on it. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, it's hard to tell. But basically, there are just a ton of little dots on here that you can use if you want to kind of write out with lines, create your own lines and write things out, or essentially use those dots as lines. You want to create columns. However you want to mind map, you can do it here. I think this is really cool. It can be very effective when you're kind of trying to reconcile your financial goals to then go into the next page, which talks about your strategies and tactics that we talked about in the quick start guide. I think this is really, really cool. Let's see. And so now, okay, so we're looking at what the first month looks like. And I'm just going to, I love when I can do this. This little spiral thingy. I love this. All right, so let's look at this. So you've got your goals for this month at the top. And then you've kind of got like a checklist. And I would take that as like things like objectives that you need to accomplish based on what you talked about with your strategies and your tactics. Here are, I would assume, like your checklist. And honestly, you can make the checklist however you want. Like, let's be real about that. Let's see. Here's your planned income amount. Here's your desired savings amount. And then you can actually do just kind of like a regular, it's a calendar here. You can number it and just kind of like map out, like, here's some events that are happening. Here's some holidays that are coming up. And with that, you can figure out what are some things that I need to be doing? Like, oh, snaps, my anniversary is in the middle of the month. Let me plan ahead for that and start, making some savings. Or I can use that information to then make adjustments to what my budget is supposed to look like. And so here it's got home, food, healthcare, loans, personal, transportation, entertainment, other. And you'll see that each of these sections has 3 columns, which is where you put the actual like line item, the budgeted amount, and then what you actually end up spending that month. And then at the bottom, total budget, total actual, and what is the difference. So it's a really simple and basic budget, but I love it. Like I'm liking the simplicity of it. And then you've got this 2-page expense tracker, which is dope. You put the date, the description, the category so that you can line things up with your budget categories, and the actual amount. So that's really great for reconciling. And so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of that. Dope. And then you get to the end. Okay, I'm excited to see what their monthly budget review looks like because, I nerd out on these things. So you've got balance from last month. So when they say balance from last month, my presumption, and I don't even know if you can see that, balance from last month, my presumption is that they're talking about your bank account balance from last month, right? So bank account balance from last month, your total income, how much money you brought in, your total expenses, how much went out, and what is the difference between your total income and your total expenses, and then total savings. So what did you set aside in your savings? Because technically when you're doing your budget, your savings is captured under expenses. So when you look at the difference and your total that's in savings, now you've got your balance moving forward of basically how much cash you have. So I really like this. This is a really good system right here. So my biggest wins this month. I love it. It's a mindset thing. It starts with victory. It doesn't start with what went wrong. Love it, love it, love it. My biggest wins this month. Did I meet the budget? If not, here's the most important question. Why? Why matters. Did I achieve this month's goals? If not, why? Again, why matters. What I learned this month by tracking my expenses. Oh, that is a good one. And I will do this within 1 month to improve. This is lessons learned action. So what did I learn? What action am I going to take as a result of what I've learned? Maybe why I didn't achieve my goal, why I didn't achieve my budget, for example. So this is a good budget review. Even though it doesn't look like the way that I encourage my clients to review, this is actually a really good, effective one that you can use moving forward. Now, I do like to include the concept of things what happened and positive things as well. But either way, this is really good because even if you're just kind of capturing the negative in these 2 spots, you're going to find your biggest impact in dealing with the negatives versus the positives. So I can rock with this. I like it. It's still good overall. So I'm really liking this thing so far. And then you've got your receipts and bills. You've got some sort of affirmations here. And then the cycle starts over with the next month with a totally different color. Okay. Oh, here's something I just noticed. So if you go to the page, it says month and year. There's no month set. So that means that as soon as you buy this planner, you don't have to wait until the next year or the next quarter. You literally can start with the next month. So you label month and year for the very first month. If you start this in February, then you label it for February. I just caught that and I think that's fabulous because too many people wait until the next year to try to organize things. So this is absolutely fabulous. So I've made it to the last month. This is the last month here. And so now after the last month, you start seeing, okay, so there's a tracker for your savings that you will be using throughout the year. I'm really liking this. So, and these are, as you can see, there's different colors here because it's saving for different things. So if you've ever heard me talk about sinking funds, these are for your different sinking funds. So this might be like your emergency fund. This might be your Christmas fund. This might be your, 5th anniversary vacation fund. This might be, something else. I don't know, your kid's going to prom this year. I like this. This savings tracker is literally for like your emergency fund and sinking funds for fun things you want to do throughout the year. I think that's fabulous. And there's a lot of them. There's 8 of them. That's awesome. And then you've got debt trackers, which is really cool. So the date, the amount paid, the balance, you've got the name of the debt, the starting balance, minimum payment. This is pretty good information. Yeah, I'm rocking with this. Okay, holiday budgets. Look, my recommendation for you is to start looking at this section, this holiday budget section. Start looking at it in like July. That gives you roughly 6 months to get prepared and to get anything saved, especially if you like to give expensive gifts or you like to give gifts to lots and lots of people. So you've got different categories. You've got people you're going to give gifts to. So the recipient of the gift, how much you budgeted for them, what you actually spent on them. This is pretty cool. So actually, I think about this. This is for like parties. This is for events. This is for decorations. So people forget that your holiday budget isn't just the gifts you buy. It's also the other things that you get when you spend groceries on the big family meal, whenever you are buying like the wrapping paper for the gifts, when you're getting decorations. And let me tell you, those front yard decorations are expensive, okay? Now, here's the thing where you can actually track your bills. And so month goes across the top from what you can see, and the actual bills go down the side. So essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you label them with each of the months. You write down what all your bills are, and you just kind of track what the numbers are. This is great for helping you identify trends when it comes to your changes in your finances. So say, for example, your electricity bill, it started out in February as, I don't know, $100, $100, $150. Okay, that's weird. 175, 200, and you're like, okay, it's going up. But then you realize that it started going up because it's the summertime. Well, now you can start planning for that in the future because you can start tracking trends. Okay, so here we are. This says summary of the year, and you're going to write down each of the 12 months, your income for each of those months, how much what is in your savings for each of those months. And then you're basically writing down what you spent in each of the budget categories. Or if you want to be super detailed and go by all the line items, you can do so. And you're just tracking it across the year. Again, it's about understanding trends so that you can plan ahead. And then, okay. And so now I just see all these dotted pages just for just kind of doodling and thinking and planning and mind mapping or whatever you want to do. Okay, so it's official. I can say that I really like this, like more than I honestly thought I would. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have bought other like budgeting planners and like just kind of budgeting resources and things like that that were designed to be like, hands-on. And I always ended up being disappointed because I felt like it was missing a lot of pieces. And this, honestly, it aligns with what I teach. It aligns with what I believe. It aligns with my recommendations. It allows you to start at any time because it's not nailed down by date. It's honestly just a really, really good planner. So if you are one of those people who has to touch it, who has to feel it, who has to write on it, this is something that is definitely worth the buy. Now, those are just my thoughts on the Clever Fox budget planner and bill organizer, but what do you think? Is this like a, oh my gosh, I got to get my hands on it, or is it something that you want to pass on? I would love for you to share your thoughts in the comments and kind of your opinions. Also, let me know if you like this type of content where I'm unboxing different tools that you can use on your financial journey, because that'll let me know whether or not to create more of these videos. Because by the grace of God, I actually do have the coinage available to buy these things and check them out and then give them away for free. So, hey, I would love to do it if that's what it is that you want. Speaking of buying these things and giving them away for free, now that you've made it to the end of the video, let's go ahead and share the instructions for being able to get this exact planner for yourself. So all you have to do is go to my website at tianabclewis.com/171, because this is episode 171. If you look at my podcast, not the YouTube channel, but you get the point. Episode 171. So go to my website, tianabclewis.com/171. And as a free bonus, I'll send you my beginner budget checklist once you register, which will help you maximize use of this planner by showing you how to create a realistic budget that actually works, which is going to be really vital when you're using a budget planner to manage your life. I'll announce the winner of the planner in next week's video, so make sure that you check back here next week on Thursday to see if maybe there's a really cute little budget planner that's in the mail headed your way. So again, all you have to do is go to tianabclewis.com/171, enter in your contact information, and may the odds be ever in your favor. Now, one last thing before you register for a chance to win this particular planner, go ahead and let me know that you like this video by liking the video and following the channel by clicking the big red button below. Don't forget to hit the bell so that you're notified every time I drop brand new money tips and biblical strategies designed to help you bust through the financial barriers that have you saying, hold up, wait a minute, to what it is God's called you to do. Nah, sis, it's time up for that. We gonna make some shift changes and adjustments, and we're gonna get you to the place where you can begin to step into what God's calling you to do full time. So with that, I'm going to get back to work and start seeing who maybe is ready to enter and get this thing. And yeah, I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.